Welcome. In the final video, part 3 on Linux and Windows equivalent command, I'm just going to look at six more commands. That is the more MORE command, the wildcards, using wildcards, the find command, the remove command, and launching Python in the Windows environment and the Linux environment. So your screen usually display several contents at a time. And after a screen full, everything is going to scroll off the screen really fast. So if I try to run this command right now, ps aux is going to scroll very fast off the screen. So I will have missed some of the processes that are being displayed, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear the screen so you see clearer. If I scroll down and do a piping symbol, MOR, you'll see that I get one screen full at a time. And when I press the enter key, I keep scrolling to examine the content a screen full at a time. If I want to exit, I press Q on the keyboard and I'm back to the system prompt. The same thing applies with Windows. So if I want to see the task list, you see that everything scroll off the screen. So I'm missing something. I'm missing the heading and I'm missing some processes that was running. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to insert the piping symbol followed by more. And now I see one screen full at a time. And I can gradually go through the entire content. So to get out Q, and it takes me back to my prompt. The next thing is using wildcards. Wildcards can be used with commands to take action on multiple files, right? So if I want to view all files that begin with ARA on in a particular folder or on the system, I can do that. So command is find and ARA asterisk. So I'm going to see all files that begin with ARA regardless of what characters come after them. Right? Now, if I want to see ARA A, regardless of what characters come after them, you will see that it shows rainbow. Right? Now, if I want to see a file that has ARA at the beginning and L users at the end, and I don't care what the second two characters, the next two characters are, and do L users, .txt, you will see that it's going to show me this file. So the question mark will replace a character. The asterisk will replace an entire set of characters. Okay. So if I want to find stuff in a file, I want to find files or directories. Let's assume I want to find all the files on a Windows machine, rather. So I will type dir, right? I want to see all the files that begin with H. And when I do that, it's going to show me these two files, right? Now, if I want to do it for the directory, then I'll have to put the /s option, and it's going to look for files and directory. So H, and you'll see that it's going to look for all files and directories that have conceptual file and directories for files that begins with H. And then you'll see directories that also begins with H. Okay. Now, if you want to practice Python programming, learn coding with Python, you can install Python. Most Windows system, Linux distros will come with Python already installed. Now, if you want to keep your Python up to date, you can get your Python from python.org, and you can look at the different platforms. So you got Mac OS, Windows, other platforms. Install that on it. Okay. You got Python for Mac OS. So what I'm going to do here, I already have Python installed on the Linux machine, and I have Python installed on the Windows machine, right? So I'm gonna go in and run Python on the Linux. So to run Python on the Linux is just Python 3, and it'll give you the Python prompt. And once you add the prompt, you can start to interact with the system. Okay, you start to interact with the system. The same thing with the Windows machine. I already have Python installed. So for the Windows machine, I can type py and I should get the Python shell. Python prompt, rather. And then if you want to practice Python, you can learn, go online, find Python code, and then try to practice. The cheat sheet, you can go online and look for Python cheat sheet. Python cheat sheet, and you can download some Python cheat sheet and practice. Okay, basics, 2 plus 2 times. So if you copy this here now and put it into Linux, you can paste it in here and they give you the answer. So you can practice and learn how to code 23 modulo 7 and you can paste it in there. Let me see what I got. Enough space in there. And you see the answer in there. Okay. All right. So this is all I have had for you from part 1 to part 3. There are other commands that, as you learn using the application, you can stumble across, and there are tons of commands, okay, that you can use to navigate the system. You can use some to even write codes, okay, to do bash processing on the system. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another